Welcome to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. If you are new here, subscribe to this channel. I do podcasts from Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're welcome to hit that subscribe button and become a part of the chat family. Welcome to the Blah, Blah, Blah podcast. Yes, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for spending time out of your busy Wednesday. Happy hump day to everybody. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. We're crushing goals over here, and we're almost to our 800 subscriber mark. And I have to thank all of you for that. I couldn't do it without you. I really couldn't. So thank you so much for that. So on today, everybody, we're going to be talking about something that's really important to me, and that's adoption. And not just adoption, foster care, however it is that you can support all of these many children that need some help. And I understand because I looked in my local area, and the cost of adoption is just the prices is exorbitant. It is. It really is. It was saying that the average cost of adoption in my area of Florida is $60,000 to $65,000 for a child, and that's a lot. Because the majority of people out there are probably either low income or mid income. Most people are not rich, but they have a big heart. They have a big heart that's open to taking care of a child, loving a child. And I do believe that there should be certain things that if a person qualifies, and they have the home, they have the heart to take care of children, there should be those fees should be waived. Especially when I looked at the statistics on how many children there are that need these good homes. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. I'm going to share my screen and show you what I found here on Google. Let me see if it's showing on the screen. Good. Okay, it's showing. So I asked Google how many children need to be adopted, and this is in the United States. Of the 400,000 children in foster care, approximately 117,000 children are waiting to be adopted. 117,000. And, that's of many ages for many different reasons. Unfortunately, some children really don't get a choice. Some children are given up to the system because of a parent being incarcerated or because of some crime has been committed. The parents, their blood parents maybe have passed away, or other people that had them could not take care of them. There's a lot of reasons why children end up in foster care, and it's really a hard system. Coming from somebody who works in social work, and the things that I have seen, it's heartbreaking to see these children, and they're distraught when they have to be separated from what they know, what they love. And I realize that a lot of times the environment for children is very toxic. The environment is so toxic. The things that I've seen, and there are things that even adults should never see, much less a child. I know a lot of children, they see DV situations. They even have seen, been in a home that has very poor living conditions, like no AC or heat. They don't have clean clothes. They don't have access to water. There is no food. There's nobody in the home taking care of them. Basically, they're on their own, taking care of themselves, or A lot of things that I see most of the time is the children are basically used in the home like housekeepers, like little slaves to take care of whatever their parents want. So, they're in an environment where the child is not loved at all. The child is not loved or cared for the way that they should. And I'm definitely in the belief system that if you do not want to love that child and care for that child, give that child to somebody who would definitely love and care for the child. If you can't love these babies, give that give that child to somebody who would want to love that child. So let's see who is in the chat. We have Patty's Kitchen Garden and More. Hi, Miss Patty. Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. Hi, Miss Tamika. How are you doing? Good morning. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. If you guys could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it, and share it out if you can. Thank you. Um, I don't know if you all are aware that I was definitely not aware that there is over 117,000 children waiting to be adopted in foster care. And another thing that I've seen is if we go worldwide and talk about the children that are orphans, they said that there's roughly 153 million orphans. 153 million, not thousands, million orphans in the world. And that's just so heartbreaking that these children are just without a home, without love, without anything that they need. I'm glad you're well, Miss Patty. Happy Wednesday to you. I just can't believe, the figures when you think about 153 million orphans, and it's of various ages, from a baby all the way up into 17 years old. They say that that's a child. Once a child becomes 18, they say that they're an adult, which is not something I agree with. I really don't think a person is an adult until they're at least 21. Because when you're 18, you don't have all the tools, the understanding, the knowledge, the wherewithal, the finances. I don't think that a person should be rendered an adult until 21, but that's Marlene's opinion. But I do think that there has to be something done about this growing situation. And, you know, this is the thing that really scared me the most. And I'm going to share my screen again. Let me share the screen. Okay, let me share it. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm going to bring this up. Okay, so how many orphans are there worldwide? And the question was asked, how many kids never end up getting adopted? Although it's difficult to quantify, roughly 20,000 children age out of foster care each year. And that means that they are now legally adults without ever finding a family through adoption. So for their whole life, they've been thrown away in today's society. They've been thrown away. They haven't been supported. They haven't been loved. I just can't think of that type of pain. Coming from a big family, I can't imagine what that would be like to live somewhere where you're just waiting for someone to choose you. I find that to be so hurtful, so painful. And it's the reason why I understand that so many children, they run away from the living in the orphanages. Yeah. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart in a million pieces. It really does. Yeah. It really does. And I had one more point here. Um, let's see. According to the U.S. adoption and foster care statistics, it says that 53% of the children and youth who left foster care were reunited with their families or living with a relative. 25% were adopted. So that means that there is about 25% um, that never get adopted, that age out the system, that run away. And I think that that's a lot. I think that's a lot of children that need that support, that need that love, that need the concern. Okay. And I have these conversations because just if it's an option for somebody, if you have that within your heart to foster a child, to adopt children, then you should do that. Miss Patty has a comment here, and she says we adopted two family children. They are 23 and 24 years old now. We also foster children through the state human resources department. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, 23 and 25. Okay, Miss Patty. That's amazing that you did that, Miss Patty. It's wonderful to have that sort of love in your heart to do that. And I get it because a lot of times when the children need to be adopted, and especially in your case, you adopted two family children. A lot of people just say it's not my job, it's not my responsibility to take care of somebody else's children, or I have enough on my plate, I can't afford it. You know, it is what it is. But I wanted to have this conversation because I definitely am an advocate for children. It's one of the things that I do working in social work, and the things that I've seen is horrendous. The things that I've seen, kids crying, they want to have a home, the pain, the things that they've seen so much DV situations. They've seen even one parent get unalived. It's a lot. It's a lot that happens. Hi, Colton. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Happy Wednesday. It's unimaginable to grow up and see that, and you can't unsee it. That's a traumatic experience, and to see either your mother or father unalive themselves, or unalive your other parent or somebody in the house, to grow up in conditions to see, um, substances being used and taken. Even some children, they grow up in the, what is it called, the trafficking, human trafficking. Um, and then that gets caught by the state, and then we have to intervene and take them out of the home and put them into the system in, a orphanage. And I'll tell you something, that even though that's the work that I do, it's not something that I like. I don't like to see children separate from their parents, and they're screaming and they're crying. And what makes me even more sad is seeing children being separated from their own siblings. Because unfortunately, most people, when they're adopting, they don't want to adopt two or three kids. They only want to adopt one child. So those brothers and sisters, they get separated. And I am definitely of the part where I try to advocate to keep brothers and sisters together. I always say they're a package deal. And yes, it may mean that they will take longer to get adopted, but I don't feel like it's right to have a younger child get adopted and leave the older one in the system. I don't think that it's right. I do think that there should be laws that should be passed that children, if you have your siblings and you're all living together, you all should be adopted together. It shouldn't be separate. They shouldn't be separated. You have enough trauma. Those kids have enough trauma being separated, or the things that they have been through, you know. That's just my opinion, but I think that children should not be adopted separately. I definitely think, like, no, they should not be adopted together. I mean, adopted separately. I think that children definitely need to be adopted from their adopted together, so that they can stay together and support each other, because they have been through a lot. Did I go live? Oh man, I went live on the wrong channel. It is what it is. I was tired this morning. I wondered why I was seeing other people. Whatever. It is what it is. I went live on the wrong channel. I meant to go live on my podcast channel, but that's what it is. That's how it's gonna stay. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna end it just because I went live on the wrong channel. So that's what it is. That's what happens when you're overtired. Hey Robert, how are you doing? Welcome. Yes, Tamika. Yeah. Hi Butter Roll Boutique. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Happy Wednesday to you. And for those of you who just came in, I didn't mean to go live on this channel, but that's what it is. So maybe this message needed to be on this channel. Who knows? Yeah. So I do think that it's so important for this conversation to happen. You know, just talking about good parenting in general, the support that is necessary, the support that is needed for the children. The children need so much love. Children need so much consideration. They really do. Children need to be loved and cared about. And I think that this is a call for action, that good parents are definitely needed. Good parents are necessary and important. And it does, and I think that the requirements that they make for good good parenting is not really the truth, because a person could have the financial means, the person could be living, you know, the living conditions could be good, but I do think that there has to be some sort of learning to have good communication. I think that that's very important when we talk about adoption. You need to find out some things about that child and what they've been through, what they're going through, the support that they need, and all of that. So yeah, it's all of those things that is important. And you know, good parents are needed. So even this message is even for those who are, you know, not adopting. If you are a parent, if you're a parent, you know, you have to learn to love your child. You have to learn, that's something learned. And I know that the majority of people are not out to really care. And I can say, growing up, how I grew up, I didn't I didn't grow up knowing about a loving environment. I didn't grow up knowing how to communicate. I had to learn those things. I had to learn myself. I had to learn to work on me and fix me and take care of me, all of that stuff. So I'm learning. I'm learning, and I'm a work in you know, it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing journey to work on yourself, to take care of you, so that you can be good for a child. And I see a lot of people that they say, I'm a parent, but they're not doing any parenting. You know, it's no shade to people, but I see it every day working in social work. They could say that they're a parent all day long, but they're not doing any parenting, not communicating with their child. They don't show up and show them support and the love that they need. And that's necessary. It's necessary, and it's important to give these children what they need. And these children need you. These children need their parents. They need and if it's not their actual parent, they need their grandparents, aunties, uncles. They need people to come in and love them. love them the way that they need, love them the way that they deserve to be, support them and talk to them. Good parents are needed. Good parents are needed. And, get back to, spending time one on one. And I don't care what anybody says, being in the pandemic affected relationships. It has affected relationships. It's like everybody went to their own corner, separated, and did their own thing. And now we have to get back to doing the things that maybe we did pre-pandemic or what we never even did. And that's, spending time together, eating, talking without devices, getting out and having one-on-one time, you know, having some fun, laughing, letting the children be children, and just sitting down and talking to them, sitting down and talking to children and finding out what's going on with them. That's a lot of times that most parents think that that everything is okay because they have a place to live, they have food to eat. And I'm even guilty of it. I've said it, that, oh, you kids have it easy, right? And they may have had it better than you, but we can't say that, a child has it easy. Things have changed. The growing up in the school system and everything that they have to deal with now is different. It's not like when we were children. Thank you so much, Robert. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think you meant it isn't. Yeah, you did. It isn't easy. Yeah, but it is a joy. Amen, Robert. Good morning, Miss Tracy. Yeah, each generation is different. Each generation needs something different. So I personally had to learn to not be that judgmental person, like, oh, thinking, oh, school is like it was when I was in school, and it's not. Children go through things way different than however many years we have been out of school. Things are different. Kids have to deal with different things. And, now children grow up in this social media, so things that they do, people will put, take their pictures, they will make caricatures of them, put it on their social media, make fun of them. So much things. There's bullying not only at school, but also they're bullied online. And that's something that, as a parent or a caregiver, or whatever children that you are taking care of, you have to ask questions. You got to get to the bottom of it. I even believe in the showing up, and you say you're okay, but uh, putting your eyes on your children and seeing how are the teachers treating your child, how are the other kids treating your child, are they actually eating at school? You have to take like the reins as a parent, and not just expect your children to open up and talk about it, because it is uncomfortable if if a child is going through something. And I speak from experience, because it's one of the reasons why I had a few issues and I had to go through therapy, is because it's hard. It's still hard for me to talk about, even though it was a long time ago. But I remember being so sad for my whole high school. I feel like it was like the hardest 4 years of my life, constantly being picked at. And they didn't have certain rights and laws when I was in high school like they do now. But it was lots of pushing and making fun of you, slapping you, pushing you in the locker, making fun of your clothes, the way you talk. It was just like an ongoing thing. And children need that support, that even if the experience at school is not good, but if they come home, or they have that emotional support, that what's going on, like that care and concern, especially in the teen years. You were bullied in school? I'm so sorry, Butterroll Boutique. That's a hard thing. It's a hard thing when you were bullied in school. It is. It's a hard thing, a stressful thing. spend many a day, many years, crying, being sad, and it gives you other issues. You have like children get like the inferiority complex. When you're a teen, you already have this, like you're very aware of changes in your body, changes of in your voice, and trying to find yourself, knowing who you are and what you want. um yeah, that's tough because other children make fun of what's different. They make fun of maybe somebody who is, dresses differently, talks differently, or they don't want to get involved in doing the things that everybody else does. They like to pick on somebody who stands out. And that's why it's important for parents and caregivers to like actually find out, you know go in their room, see what they have in their room. And for me, I don't think that that's an invasion of privacy. I think parents need to know what children have in their dresser drawers. What do they have in their backpacks? What are they looking at on their cellular devices? Listen, you're the one paying for it. They're in your home. You have to protect them. And sometimes children get involved in certain things like taking substances. And I know from experience, you know, if you don't intervene and really find out what's going on with your child could have a whole eating disorder. A child could have like some issues with their mental health. They could have very low self-esteem. And I hate to say it like this, but it happens all the time. I would hate to see a parent come home and find their child unalive themselves. It almost happened in my family with me, because I was in that rock bottom, that dark of a space. And I feel like it was probably a reason why I went live on this channel instead of the podcast channel, because maybe this is a message for somebody on this channel for motivation. But yeah, but that's what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, Robert. I'm not sorry that I went through what I went through. I think everything that happens to us in our life, really hard things, dark things, sad things, um, turns us into being stronger adults, stronger people, stronger women, stronger men. And I think that this message is for somebody who is, maybe this is going to reach a child who is being bullied in school, maybe a parent of a child being bullied, or maybe somebody who is having some fertility issues and they want children and can't have them. Reach out, try to see if you could do some fostering until you can adopt them. There's options out there, but like I said, good parenting is needed. Good parenting should be supported. It definitely should be. And we have to be the ones to support that. We have to be the ones to check on our children and show them how much we care about them and love them. We really do. Miss Tamika says, yes, I was bullied and picked on. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tamika. I my heart really breaks for anybody who gets bullied, not only as a child, but I do think that sometimes people get bullied as an adult. I think jobs are a really big place where people get bullied. I really do. I think that. I'm really sorry for anybody who has ever been bullied growing up, you know. And there's a lot of places that you can be bullied. It's not just in school. You could be bullied in your own home, bullied with your family, bullied in a romantic relationship, bullied with friends. So, especially parents have to take in and pay attention to how their children are acting. And I wish that I had that growing up. I wish somebody would have seen like the changes in me, like me not talking, you know, isolating myself. I just wanted to be by myself all the time because I was so sad. Um, yeah, all of those things. But those things happen, and I feel that's the reason why I'm so much of an advocate. I'm so much of an advocate, big time, for children. I don't play games with children. I don't play games with anything happening to them. Um, People putting their hands on children, people, um, assaulting them, uh, verbally abusing them, making them feel inferior. None of it is cool. None of it is okay. And so I think that's the reason probably why I went live on this channel, not even knowing. I pressed the wrong thing on StreamYard to stream to this channel instead of my other. So I feel like this was an on-time message for my audience over here. Miss Tracy says this hits home for me as a parent, as a grandparent. Yeah. Love those babies, Miss Tracy, and anybody who, is a parent, not only of young children, but of teenagers. Even though that they act like they don't need you, that's especially when children need love the most. Even if they kind of pull back from it, they need more hugs, they need more love, more support, more encouragement. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Tracy. You always bring it home for me. 7 months as a member. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy, for supporting me on this channel. I knew there was a reason why I did this live on this channel. Even though it was a mistake, it wasn't a mistake. So thank you so much, Miss Tracy. I'm completely humbled. I really am. I receive all of it, and it's not from me, it's from above. Miss Patty says, I don't play about children nor elderly being abused, period. I don't either, Miss Patty. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. Yep. You are right. We needed to hear it live on YouTube. Thank you so much, Robert. God had a purpose for the mix up. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I think trying to rush. I was like, hurry up, put that in, hit the button, go live. I didn't even look to where I was streaming to, but it's all good. It's all good. It was a purpose and a reason, because somebody needed to hear this message. So, I honestly wanted to come on and to talk about why adoption is important, and depends on where you live. It depends on the laws of your state, whether you want to adopt, and keep and love that child, or you want to be a foster parent, foster children for a little while. Whatever you can do to give back, then give back in that way. And there's other ways that you can give back. Working in social work, I say it all the time. I say it all the time that children need so many things. And I don't know where every single person lives, but working in social work, I see that children don't have basic necessities like body wash, um, lotion, probably underwear, briefs for boys, panties for girls, simple things that children need, little snacks, a backpack, some socks, pajamas. A lot of times, children, when they get displaced from their home, they have to leave in the middle of the night, and they just need to go. They need things like a backpack with some simple things like toiletries, something to comfort them, probably a blanket or a toy. And I always say that we appreciate that at the at social services. They appreciate having those things. So if you're able, it's another thing that is kind of not looked at, that is something important. So there's a lot of ways that we can give back, not just by adoption, but also in giving small things like backpacks, making donations for whatever a child may need. Providing them with a meal, 5, 10, 15, $20 for getting a child something to eat, getting a child a blanket or something, you know. I feel like that's always something that I know I usually go into my money and do something for the kiddos like that. Buy 3 or 4 backpacks, especially when it's back to school time and backpacks are cheaper. I try my best to buy at least 10 backpacks and then fill them up little by little with little things that they need: toothbrushes, toothpaste, body wash, soap, a backpack, washcloth, some snacks, something to comfort the child. Just think about it. If you were a little child in their position, what would you want? What would you want to comfort you during that time? A blanket, a toy, maybe some cozy socks, some pajamas, and then put on there if that is a backpack for a boy or a girl. Or maybe you get things that are gender neutral because those are appreciated too. While little girls love things like pink and stuff, and boys like things like all of the what you call it, the cartoon characters, Batman, Spider-Man, they love that stuff. Still, we need things that's gender neutral that you can use for both. And usually, the gender neutral things is buying things that is like yellow or green that could be used for either. So that's a thing. That's a little tidbit. It may be the reason why I went live on this channel, to give somebody some ideas that is more than one way to support children. Is more than one way to give back to other parents. Even giving a gas card to for foster parents. Because they are taking money out of their own pocket. They're not given that much money to take care of the children. So simple little things, just some ideas that, yes, there are lots of things that you can spend your money on, lots of ways that you can give back. But once in a while, I stop myself from going through drive-through and spending that extra $10, spending that extra $20 on something, and give it to the kiddos, give it to some foster parents. Yeah. And also, I also advocate for the homeless. And yeah, I'm always busy. I'm always busy doing something, but I love to give back. That's a great challenge for all of us. Yes, Robert, it is. It's a great challenge. And my work that I do, in my 9 to 5 is very frustrating. Like, I spend many times crying because they always say that in social work, don't take your work home. But I find myself thinking about the children and if they're okay. And I spent many times crying and being sad for children, the things that they have seen, but you can't show that to them. So you do take it home, and it does affect you, and you do feel sad, and you feel frustrated, and you feel all of those things. It's Yeah, it's tough. And what I was talking about today is just about adoption in the United States. Like I was saying from the beginning, there are so many children that need homes worldwide, across the world. Like I was saying in the beginning, that there's 153 million orphans worldwide. So maybe if you don't want to adopt in the United States, maybe adopting a child in another country, adopting a child in India, in Asia, and on the countries that are not very developed. Maybe that may be an option for you too. Marlene, you have a good heart, and we can all learn from that. Oh, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? Happy Hump Day. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate your support. Yeah, I definitely find ways to give back. Good parents are needed, or a good parent. It doesn't always have to be a mother and a father situation. If you want to, do some foster care, and you're just a single woman, or you're a single man, or if you can't do the adoption thing, there's agencies that you can give back to these children who are in foster care, like Big Brother, Big Sister. Just giving of your time. If you can't give of your money, you can give of your time. You can give of your effort, your energy, just spending time with children. Think about it if it was you. I always try to look at it like that. Imagine if it was you and you were a child and you didn't have a home. What would you want? You would want somebody to spend time with you. You would want somebody to be your big sister, big brother, mom, uncle, even if it's something as simple as picking up a child, taking them to McDonald's, when one of the fast foods, Chuck E. Cheese, and give them a special day, a special time, big brother or big sister them, or just mentor them, pick them up maybe on Friday from school, just go take them to the park. You don't even have to spend money if you don't have money, but children just need to you know they just need some time. They do. They need your time. They need our time. Miss Patty says, you're right. The department never gave enough money for fostering. $235 monthly per child. We spent our own money in fostering and adoption. No money given for adoption. Wow. Wow, Miss Patty. I didn't know that. Thanks so much for sharing that. Another reason why I probably went live on this channel instead of the other. Yeah. Wow, that's nothing. $235. You could spend that just that for me, honestly, that doesn't even cover a light bill in my area. Maybe that will pay the water. That'll pay your water bill. But wow, that's staggering. That's so sad. And that's one of the reasons why I say, like, I talk about that too when I give back to the community, when we have the community events and we try our best to raise money, and we give like gift cards, gas cards, grocery cards, so that the foster parents don't have that much expense. If you could only give them a $10, even, something, buy them some items from Dollar Tree, buy them soap, toilet paper. You can only buy one pack of toilet paper. Donate that to the foster care. If you could only buy some t-shirts, buy some underwear, little things, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but it means a lot to these foster parents. It really does. James says, just because you need a laugh or smile, okay, you twisted my arm, I will adopt next year. I'm definitely going to make sure she sees this post, James. I don't know if she wants to be adopted, but I'll inform her. I'll inform her that you'll adopt her. Okay. Miss Patty says the state of Alabama. Okay, Miss Patty. Okay. That's but I was like $235. That is not a lot. I'm going to look right here. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, let me see. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what I see. Let me present it. Share the screen. Okay. And I asked Google, how much do foster parents get? I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to take myself off the screen so that you guys can see this 100%. So according to this, it's saying that the Florida foster care, basic foster care, if you get a child that's 0 to 5 years old, you get $429 a month. 6 to 12 years, $440 a month. 13 and older, $515 a month. Medical foster care, $504 a month. So that's Florida. Just so if you guys are not aware of that, I wanted to share that. James. Butterroll says someone can adopt some of these grandbabies I have. You don't mean that, Butterroll Boutique. I know you love your grandbabies. Robert says we can also donate gloves, mittens, boots, hats, and jackets for the winter season. Yeah, I always try to go by the season, but here in Florida, we usually don't need those things. Probably just the jackets. Um, but um, in Florida, I like to give, make the kids feel special for every season. Like in the springtime, I like to give the little girls like little flower shirts, or the little boys probably some flower shorts. In the summer, give them a bathing suit or some bath trunks. They still need to have some fun too and feel special. But especially like if it's up north where it snows or it gets cold, yes, please give and donate some gloves and mittens to foster care, the foster system, or if you know anybody who's fostering, donate to them. I have 7 grandbabies and 1 great grandson that keeps me very busy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's barely enough to feed the children in foster care. Yeah, it's barely enough. It's not a lot. Alabama pays a little more now, but still probably not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot. And that doesn't even help with putting them in extra activities, football, basketball, baseball, or after school programs. It sure doesn't. It doesn't pay for any of that. And that's especially what they need. A child that has been displaced from their family, they need more time to be out and have activities. They need more time to, have some fun, run around, play, do all of those things. So, yeah, yeah, or even a summer camp. And camp is expensive. The last time I looked, and this was in 2000 and I want to say it was 18. It was $125 for one child for to be in the summer program here in Florida. $125. So if you had two, three, what if you have 4 children? What is that? That's $500 for the summer. And how many people have $500 sitting around? Most people don't have an extra 20 or $30 to give to children, but I feel like it's something important. I feel like this is a very important conversation, and going back to the original conversation, adopt a child if you can. I know that a lot of people, that they don't think about those who have issues with fertility. They don't think about all the children that need homes. So it may be an option. Maybe some who would rather not have a child, but they would rather, adopt a child. That's an option for you. Or if not, give back in any way that you can. I think that that's the most important thing. It's about the children. It's about the children and supporting them, what they need. And they do. They need a lot of time. They need a lot of support. They need people to talk to them, because I'm telling you, these children, oh, they have a lot of attitude. Have a lot of attitude, but also the attitude is just a tough exterior that they put up because they've had to be tough. They've had to be tough because they've been through a lot of things in their life that some of us as an adult have never had to deal with. So they've seen a lot, and I'm sure that they felt a lot of rejection. They felt rejection, sadness, all of those things. So yeah. So I'm grateful to have conversations like this. I really am. So anybody who feels so inclined, give back any way that you can, any way that you can, whether it's a pack of toilet paper, whether it's showing up and giving an hour of your time to go throw a baseball, or take a kid to the movies, or is picking up a child from school and dropping them off at the foster home. It's whatever you can do. Or if your heart can do more, your pocketbook can do more, then do more. It's conversations like this, I feel like they really matter. They're really important. So thank you guys so much for supporting me through this stream, even though I didn't mean to go live on this channel. Yeah, I feel this message was probably meant to be for this channel. It is what it is. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And happy Wednesday to everybody. I definitely will try my best to be back in probably 3 or so hours to do what I need to do. Let's see. Hey, Shay. Trying to get this other channel up and going. You got a new channel, Shay? This was an amazing stream. Thank you so much, Butterroll Boutique, and all the best taking care of those babies. Yeah, take care of those babies and love them. Yes, yes, yes. Great day to everyone. Great day to everyone. Shay says it's old. Oh, okay, Shay. I hope you get it up and running really soon. And shout out to everybody who is a foster parent. Shout out to everybody who has adopted kids, those who give back, big brother, big sister, auntie, uncle, whatever way you can give back to the kiddos. Give back, support them, love the babies, spend time with them, talk to them. Just like I said, by the title, good parents are needed. We need good parents. We need people who are not afraid to say, I love you, kid. You're special. You're an important part of life. Teaching children to love themselves, I think, is so important. Yes, Shay, give back. Yeah, give back to them. Give back to them. Give them your time. I think time is, if you can't give money, because most of us don't have a lot of this. They don't have a lot. They don't have a lot, but you can give your time. You can volunteer your time. You can volunteer your effort. You can volunteer your wisdom. I feel like there's nothing better than having an adult to tell you, you're special. I think that fills up a child in a way that nothing else can. That fills up someone's cup in a way that nothing else can. I feel my heart breaks to know that there are children in the system that never get to be told that they are loved. They never, get simple things like their own room, their own bed, hugs and kisses. And children need that for their development. They need that. They need it. Yeah, they need it. And they need us. They need the adults to stand up and advocate for them and to say, you're special and you're valid. You're important. So those who are parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, taking care of these children, loving them, you're doing an amazing job. Keep going. There's not a lot of support for the parents, the ones that are trying their best and doing their best. And some of them just need probably just a little help sometimes. A word of encouragement. You're doing phenomenal. You're doing great. You're doing amazing. You're a great mom. You're a great dad. So if you didn't hear it anywhere else, you'll hear it here today. I know that being a parent is very frustrating. Children get on our nerves. They test us, but they also teach us things too. And they need to be taught. They need your love. They need your support. They need your consideration. So give it to them. And welcome, Inclusion Guru. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. I actually did not mean to go live on this channel, like I've said previously, but it was a mistake. But I guess it wasn't a mistake. Yeah, it wasn't a mistake. Yes, Shay. Yeah. We have to tell the parents. See, a lot of times, just like children, they only get told when they're doing something bad. They're only told when they're doing something wrong. But what about when parents are bending over backwards, the sleepless nights, trying to make ends meet, trying to provide for children, when they're acting up for, that parent who is being patient, when they want to, yeah, they want to get them and just shake you. Sometimes you just want to shake them because they get on your nerves. But take a deep breath, take a step back, close your door, get your composure back. Take some deep breaths, take some moments, remind yourself that you love them, and then go back and deal with them. But we definitely have to get back to disciplining children, communicating with children, loving the children, supporting them, and letting them know that they are important. Because let me tell you, when these children go outside of the home, this society will devour them. That everywhere else they are not seen, they are not cared for, they're never good enough. Okay, these children are never good enough anywhere, from school to a job, with friends, with other people. They need to fit in at home. They need to be told that they are loved. They need to be told that they're special. They need to be valued. They need one-on-one time. You need to get inside their mind and support them. We also need to pour into those children the love of their heavenly Father. That even when mom or dad or anybody else is not around, that they're never alone. You need to get back to that too. And I'm not ashamed of that message. There's some people who will not agree with me, and to each his or her own. But I'm speaking to the ones that do believe that. Um, a lot of people have got aside from teaching their children a spiritual connection. It needs whatever that is, taking a deep breath, meditating, praying, whatever is your personal belief. Children need to hear that. When I don't have mom, when I don't have dad, when it's just me alone, I also have support. I also have love. Okay? Yeah. Period. 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 That's right. We should train, love, and discipline them because they need to have tough skin for the real world. That part, Shay, that part. They need to have tough skin. And especially what I see with foster care, these children, they already are mentally like an adult because they've had to take care of themselves because they have no choice. These children that are in the foster care, they need somebody to be soft with them. Like, you don't got to be a tough guy. You don't have to put up that persona. You can relax. You can chill. You can just have fun. You can be a child. You can run, play around, be silly, scream, and laugh. They need that. And they also need adults that will give them that. They don't get those, people taking them out to have fun, helping them to, helping them to just be who they are, just having conversations and letting them know that even though maybe they have had a hard upbringing, they're still special. They're still special. These children are special, whether they grow up with their blood parents or relatives or they don't. They still are valuable. It's just that the right person has not found them yet. I always tell the babies that. I always tell the children or the teens that just because somebody hasn't chosen you yet, it does not mean you don't have value inside of you. You just haven't, they just haven't come yet. You just haven't found them yet. Okay? Important message on today. Hey, Miss T, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Happy Wednesday to you, and happy Wednesday to everybody in the chat. But yeah, I just wanted to come on with this message and to say that these children need us. They need love, they need support, they need discipline. Um, they need encouragement. They need to be encouraged. They get beat up out there in the school. Kids laugh at them. They put them down. They laugh at how they talk, how they walk, or they always feel that they have to be the best at everything. I tell that to the children all the time. You don't have to be number one all the time performing in academics. You don't have to be number one. You just have to be yourself. And I tell the children that all the time. You don't have to be like anybody else. All I need for you to be is you. You, and you. And I wish that more people would put that in their children's head. Yes, going to school, learning, academics, that's important for their future, but also they need to learn confidence. They need to know that I'm okay. I'm okay on my own, even if other people in my life weren't okay. Yeah, yeah. Love the babies, take care of the babies, and support them. All of that. Yeah. Yes, I teach and I see their brokenness at school. Oh wow, inclusion guru. What a blessing. Thank you so much for giving back and supporting them. Mhm. They are not ready to deal with adult situations yet. Let them be a child and run around and enjoy their childhood. That part, Robert. And you know what I see all the time? I see children trying to rush to be grown. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. When I was under 18, I couldn't wait to be grown. I tried everything to be grown. I tried everything. I wanted to be in the lipstick, the makeup, the long hair, the nails, all this. And I got to talk to the younger girls too. That time is coming. And the young boys who are always in a rush to get this fast money. And I see they get caught up. And I tell them, I shake them up sometimes, like scared straight. You want that fast life, you want that fast money. It comes with a cost. The cost could be the cost of your soul. You could get unalived. You got to talk to these kids real. You can't talk to them sugarcoating, you know, easy, sweet, and all that, those things. No. And say, you want that fast money, you're going to get the fast life. And you know what happens? You're going to wind up incarcerated. You're going to wind up this, and this. You're going to wind up separated from your family or even unalived. You got to talk to them real. These kids, they want the money fast. You have to teach them. That's why they need to see, go out and get a skill, be a valuable member of society. Okay. Get a skill. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not discounting college education. Don't get me wrong. But that's not for everybody. We need the laborers. We need people who go to technical schools and they learn simple things like sewing, cooking, construction. We need laborers, cosmetologists. We need nurses. We need all of those skills out there, not just the college, and that message is for somebody, Yeah, period. That's an on-time message that needed to be said. Yes, this is where I be. Motivation, peace, respect. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate you. I wish I could go back and be a child and have the knowledge I have now. Right, Robert? I think that would be wonderful. I'm straightforward with my kids. My oldest are 5 and 9, but they understand. That's right. Teach them to love themselves, teach them self-respect, self-awareness, and also teach them that they're not alone in this world, that they got to support, okay? They have a heavenly Father that loves them. And I'm not ashamed of that message. I'm not afraid to say it, speak it, shout it from the rooftops, teach these kids to have their own personal relationship with God. So maybe that's why I came on this platform instead of my other one. It may have been a mistake by my hands, but not my heart. God knew this is an on-time message for my audience over here. So thank you guys so much for supporting me. I'm not sure but I may be coming back in about 2 or 3 hours to do the topic that I was going to do anyways. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for tuning in. And, to whoever wants to support, adopting a child, foster care, giving back, do that. Good parents and supporters are needed. Everybody have a great rest of your day. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, turn on your notification bell. Please go ahead and do so. I go live with motivations every single day. I have the Motivated Daily that is uploaded 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please go ahead and check it out. Subscribe to this channel, join channel membership so you can get member-only perks. I'll see you guys later. Maybe not positive, but maybe I'll see you guys in a few hours for my original live stream. You guys have a great rest of your day. And if you see anybody in the comments and you see they have a channel, check them out. It may be somebody amazing that you get just exactly what you're looking for on their channel. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the channel members, and shout out to my new motivators who have subscribed to this channel and get all the support that they need. You are somebody valuable, special, and important. Don't let anybody tell you any different. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.